The Big House and Chrysler Center on the University of Michigan campus in Ann Arbor. Ready for a Big Ten battle as the Illinois Fighting Illini take on the Michigan Wolverines. And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, alongside Bill Raftery, Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for joining us today. A lot of people think, Bill, that this might be the best conference in all of college basketball. And that being said, today we've got a battle of two of its best guards going head-to-head.
It's all about leadership. You certainly have that quality in the backcourt. Outstanding performance all year long by Trey Burke. For a youngster, a great feel. Knows where his teammates are, not afraid to get in the lane, mix it up. You go under a screen, he nails the deep one, puts it on the deck, gets to the rim, whatever you need for the Wolverines. Burke provides. And on the other side, Brandon Paul, 43 against Ohio State. Can you imagine? He needs a big effort today. Step out, make the three, put it on the deck, and run the club.
All right now, let's take a look at the AT&T Fast Analysis.
When you think of Illinois, they run a lot of motion, but the big thing, I think, is the power game. Begging, looking for the ball, and that's the big guy. Leonard down below who provides that lift. They lob to him, they finish. If they have an inside game, they're very tough. In Michigan, motion, fake ball screen, refuse, get to the rim. The easy way for Hardaway. Kick, three, this time Douglas. The wings can drill him.
The third-place Wolverines in the thick of the Big Ten race. The Illini trying to build their postseason resume. Our tip-off is next on CBS.
Let's go, Blue! Let's go, Blue!
CBS Sports NCAA basketball coverage is sponsored by Sonic. This is how you Sonic.
In February, our teams play with their hearts. There's love for the guys in this room. There's love for what you're doing, but it's about your heart right now. Everybody's been through a grind, and it's the teams that care the most. You got to care, guys. And you do care. And you got to care for your teammates. Like, if things are going really great, you got to care that you throttle it down. If things are going bad, right, you got to care so much, throttle it up, right? Get your head up. All right, but that's really important. Play with your hearts today.
Just saw John Beilein. There is Bruce Weber, now in his 9th season as the coach of the Fighting Illini, and this is the group he has today. We talked about Brandon Paul. He is the leading scorer. Richardson's got a nice outside shot. The 7-1 Myers Leonard is a space heater inside for the Illini. A lot of guard play, too. The freshman Trey Burke has taken the conference by storm. Morgan is a big man inside for Coach John Beilein. We thank him for letting our CBS cameras inside that locker room. Sound like one of your speeches in the Big East many years ago.
Well, my team didn't have as much heart as this team, I assure you. But it's Valentine's month, so play with the ticker.
Jim Burr heads our crew here. 16 Final Fours, the most decorated official in the game right now.
Woo! Kevin Harlan. Michigan Goose. Minute.
And here come the Illini. They are 16-8. Conference record of 5-6. The first time they've been below 500 of Big Ten play this year.
Try and get the big guy inside Leonard. Use his strength. George's got to do a lot of homework early defending.
Two freshmen going head-to-head. Abrams and Burke with the switch on defense and the shot clock. And they go inside. With just a handful of seconds remaining right there, and Myers Leonard with a quick two.
I mean, he's so athletic. I mean, a great read and dive to the 10. He runs like the little guys.
For 7-1.
It's just amazing. Just that process now of big guys learning, growing up, intellectualizing out there.
Here is Michigan with an undefeated record at home, 13-0. There was a nice screen by Morgan. Opens up the nice shot for Trey Burke, a freshman from Columbus.
It's almost like the Open. You go under, he bites you.
This is a very important game for Illinois if they got any postseason aspirations.
Absolutely. I think just for their confidence level. They've had some terrific wins. Gonzaga, Ohio State, Michigan State.
And a foul inside on the Wolverines, and it goes on Morgan. He picks up his first.
He's a load that he's guarded. That's a problem.
They bring in Evan Smotrich. He'll take the place of Morgan. And Smotrich, who is the second leading rebounder, they really don't lose anything right there. But they don't have a very deep bench at Michigan.
No, not particularly up front. Pretty good job defending here against Paul.
Richardson for three. He is the top three-point shooter on the Illini. Off of Smotrich's hand and picked up by the Illini.
They want to give them second opportunities. Got to squeeze it.
Bertrand takes it right into Burke.
He's got a nice feel. Gets in the lane, really understands the game, gets on hot streaks.
There's a screen on top again. Burke, and he throws it away. Well, we told you before, Michigan is in third, tied for third place with Wisconsin. What a big win for Michigan State yesterday over the Buckeyes.
Unbelievable. Great game. Cost me a lot of money. Had to hang a little longer instead of going up to the bedroom.
He closed it down again.
Tom Izzo's teams always get better when it counts coming down the stretch.
And that's what he uses the regular season for. Once again inside. Beautiful pass by Paul, who leads him in assists, and a quick four for Leonard.
They've got to give it to him to keep him around the rim. I know he can step out, make 15, 18-foot shots, but Leonard's just so strong. And the dexterity around the rim is extraordinary.
And the arm span, my goodness. Lost right there by Hardaway. Another errant pass, and that is another turnover for the Michigan Wolverines.
Defending the big guy inside, and just does a nice job sealing his man. Then to read, and from watching tape, their timing of the entry pass is part of the problem. Ball's reversing when he's ready, dribbling when he's ready. Got to get it there on time.
Illini coming off a loss Thursday in Bloomington against number 23 Indiana, 84-71. It was a game where they were outshot at the free throw line. In fact, Indiana took 42 free throws in that game Thursday. They quickly double Leonard. And outside, that is a shot by Richardson, launching and missing his second three. Nice hustle by the Wolverines.
They got a foul, I believe, as well. Bertrand on the backside. Boy, I like what Bruce is doing now. He's not fooling around. He's going power every trip. The double could be a problem, too. They're going to do it differently on the catch. At least Michigan's going to do it differently on the catch, on the bounce, and where they come from. So the big guy's got to read it well.
Funny how sophisticated this game has gotten with the communication, the reading that now is required by all the players.
Which is why I retired. Sophistication was certainly not my strong suit.
Here comes Hardaway, been struggling shooting, and could not get the roll right there. Bertrand with the rebound for the Illini. Wolverines beat Nebraska Wednesday in Lincoln, 62-46. Looking good doing it, too.
I like Hardaway's shot, though. Take good shot. Don't settle for the three. Get yourself in the game. Maybe next time with a real strong drive. Well, he did a nice job slipping and then holding.
Zone. Paul for three. Nice shot outside by the junior from Gurnee, Illinois, Brandon Paul, the leading scorer.
And that really helps the big guy, too. Now you've got to really lock on your guy. Get him on the catch. And that's the side they should have to keep those two together, he and Leonard.
Paul coming off 13 points and 5 assists against Indiana. Had 22 in the loss to Northwestern. So coming in, the Illini have lost 2 straight. As Douglas gets it out for Novak, a couple of senior captains, and that's a foul called on Myers. Leonard inside. That is his first.
First mistake he's really made. That one he could rely on his size. If you don't get there, don't get the cheapie. But loading up early, they find a big fella. The hold off, the athleticism around the rim, the footwork. This kid has got it all.
Mike Henry will now come in for Bertrand. He will take a breather. I mentioned before, 13-0 Michigan at home this season. Only 2 teams in the Big Ten undefeated at home, including Michigan State. Burke for 3. And that says a lot in this conference.
Oh, absolutely, because Michigan State took care of his streak last night.
Yes, he did. We talked about Hardaway and him struggling from the floor.
It's all about decisions, I think, and talking to the coaches, what type of shots, what flow of the game. But I think he's got a challenge, post up a little, put it on the deck and get to the rim, just to get his head in the game.
Well, what would you tell your guys? A lot of this is mental. There's nothing physically wrong with it.
Get him to the foul line somehow, just to get that feeling.
Henry with the miss, rebound by Douglas. John Beilein has spent hours with Hardaway trying to get him straight. Of course, that name should be familiar. We've told the story before. He is the son of Tim Hardaway, the 5-time NBA All-Star. He comes to a lot of these games. Novak searching inside on the taller Myers Leonard.
That's a nice job kicking. What hustle. Paul does it all. He can block some shots. We've seen that this year.
So a start of 7-2 for the Illini on the road, where this year they are 3-6, taking on the Wolverines on CBS. disciplined 4 players, 4 starters, didn't start them, and lessons to be learned. These kids all did not play against LSU yesterday.
I'm very impressed with him, watching him and hearing about him. Billy Donovan, of course, speaks so highly of him. He's done a great job wherever he has been, but we talk about big shots at the end of the game, and there's a word that pops to my mind: onions. and you know, for a coach coming down the stretch with the possibility of NCAA, you know, having the principles and really life learned and lessons to be learned for these young guys as well. And it's like, breaks your heart. But you know what? If I'm a kid on that bench, I'm saying, you know what? I got a shot now.
Exactly.
He's going to play me, and I'm going to show these guys how important this is this season and the rules.
And everybody's the same. There's a double-teamed Hardaway, knocked away and picked up by Richardson. Nana Egwu has now come in for the Illini. They have taken out Myers-Leonard.
Yeah, Abrams gives the wings a chance to do some damage. Richardson, they've run a lot of little doubles.
Good front right there by Smotrich. Hardaway, good hands. Novak sails in, fouled on the play. Fouled by Brandon Paul. Did I see a little look away there by Hardaway? Like his dad. Like his dad.
Daddy would be proud of him, but Novak, I think the life of this team just exudes from this kid's body. Fills the lane beautifully, and Hardaway with the look away.
Oh, I like that play.
Not too bad, and that really might get them on track. A little easier thing out of their D.
Novak is coming off a 14-point performance midweek against Nebraska. We told you about the Michigan win, and in that game, he went over 1,000 points. The 45th Wolverine player to do that. And congratulations to the senior out of Chesterton, Indiana.
And how about over 569 rebounds? That is just incredible for an undersized guy.
Playing out of position.
Most of his career.
Yes. Here comes Trey Burke. Into Abrams.
Nice slide by. Heady play in the open floor. But once again, little mistake. Boston, Illinois giving up easy hoops.
So Burke has 4 of Michigan's 7. Leonard getting off the bench. He'll check in momentarily for the Illini. Abrams takes it right inside. And the freshman from Chicago facing the wrath of Novak.
You go through scouting reports for these reasons. You get the nice trap, sets up the double. And I just love the ability here. Look at that. The casting away of Hardaway at the end of his physical play. Big Ten style. But the little guy to the tin.
Tracy Abrams at the line. Starting the last 10 consecutive games as they bring back in Myers-Leonard. Also bring back in Joe Bertrand, and checking out is Egwu along with Richardson.
Abrams, they say, is a Chester Frazier type, you know, who's a great lockdown defender.
That's a good
interesting, right? And he had 8 points against Indiana the other night.
And then before that, he had 8 assists against Northwestern.
More importantly, right?
Yes, yeah. In what was a very disappointing loss for the Illini.
But, you know, Northwestern, pretty darn good.
Not bad.
And Turner had a great second half.
I agree.
Paul played him well in the first half, but the second half, Turner was just extraordinary. And Bill Conley playing real small, too. A lot of teams in this league, Minnesota, none of them play a little small.
Hardaway, he is a volume shooter.
Are you suggesting he takes a lot of shots?
Yes.
Well, I think it's the type of shot that will improve that percentage.
He's 19% three-point shooting in conference play. Another big steal there by Burke. His speed will take him to the other end and find inside Morgan, who corkscrews and picked up by Leonard.
A great read by Burke, falling from the other side all the way to the baseline to help.
Paul with a slash.
Look at the physical play.
Morgan the board. Here comes Trey Burke. He was a high school teammate of Jared Sullinger of Ohio State and coached by Sullinger's dad.
Yes, got to meet him last trip into Columbus. Great guy. Well thought of.
You think Ohio State would look after this kid, but they went after Aaron Craft inside. Smotrich knocked away inside by Joseph Bertrand. Plus, Trey Burke had committed early to Penn State and then rescinded that and wanted to go, and then they were filled. So he comes to Michigan happy ever since. March Madness is right around the corner, folks. And a reminder to sign up now at cbssports.com/brackets to be notified when the bracket games launch. Boy, Bill, we are getting right into that home stretch of college basketball. The conference is tightening up. And it's such an even playing field, coast to coast.
Anybody's got a shot. Some exciting games of late. Look at that Duke Carolina game where Austin Rivers drilling the deep one. Hey, by the way, that 5-man, the high post center, Morgan, what a screen for Samatric. I mean, you know that Bruce Weber went through it, but they run it so efficiently. Other than the lefty not going in at the rim, the lefty hook, Samatric with a great cut.
Michigan's on a 10-1 run. Told you before, some postseason aspirations for Illinois. We're talking about the tournament coming up on CBS, and of course the committee will do their mock selections this coming week in Indianapolis with the media. In fact, our producer Steve Shue will be representing CBS Sports there.
We'll be running it.
That's right. It's a fascinating time. Gives you a peek behind the curtain, so to speak. Here we have 9 seconds on the shot clock. And a shot right here by Mike Henry out of Chicago. He's a freshman coming off an 8-point, 20-minute performance against Indiana Thursday.
They think he can shoot it. And it's interesting, they've gone bigger now. They're 2 big 5- and 4-man, solid for Illinois. Let's see if they can power. What a shame here. Good invert there.
Tyler Griffey now in for the Illini. And moments ago, we saw Hardaway from outside.
You were mentioning his difficulty making that deep shot, but he got himself going, I think, with this run out and dish. Good, solid play. A little stroke. Gets the emotions flow a little bit. That sets up his drive game now because you got to hug him. He can be streaky.
John Beilein says he puts a lot of pressure on himself. We mentioned that before. He's a sophomore from Miami. He was a unanimous all-freshman selection in the Big Ten a season ago. And that's what, of course, they had some different personnel. There's a nice outside shot, which is missed right there by Tyler Griffey, a junior from Wildwood, Missouri. Started to begin the season, now off the bench.
I like what Bruce has done now. Griffey can make that shot. I mean, early was a corner jumper, and now if he can make that high-low set up beautifully.
Morgan picks up his second foul for the Wolverines, so he'll check out, and they'll bring in Blake McClymons. He's come off the bench his first 2 seasons. He's sophomore from Hamburg, New York.
That's the play you've got to defend. Nice pass.
Good drop in. That is a foul.
They got the charge. Yep.
Leonard inside. Picks up the foul. Number 2 in the big man for the Illini.
Well, everybody knows what you're going to run. This is a pass inside, the handoff. It's just tough. I mean, that's a bang-banger. I think it's the right call. But it's one of those where you're coming full steam. Nothing Leonard can do. It's the read of Paul ahead, but it's such a quick, efficient delivery. Not much time.
So now, Bill, the Illini, 4 turnovers in their last 7 possessions.
And the big guy's got 2.
He's on the bench. They bring the other big man, Nana Egwu, off the bench. Freshman. There are a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this Illinois team. They lost 4 starters and 5 of their top 7 scorers from last season. A rebuilding year. Burke, Douglas, shot clock at 10. McClymons, Egwu defending.
He likes the outside shot. The pick and pop guy.
Burke, double, big man there. And picked up on the play. Rebound by DJ Richardson out of Peoria.
What a nice shot by Egwood. He can run the floor. You've seen him on the screen. Well, he can sprint.
Athletic big man. In Ann Arbor, 11:34 in the first half. The Big Ten on CBS.
And I said, what's this kid like? He said, you know what? He knows the game. He's crafty, makes shots, takes good shots. So a lot of talent in that lineup right there.
Sam, by the way, the backup point guard, a senior from Chicago, may not play today, has a sprained MCL, and so that means we're going to see a lot of different people at that point guard, but mainly Abrams, who still is there right now. Here is Smotrich.
And they're playing big now. Smotrich on the floor, McClymons to match up with the bigs of Illinois. If he makes that, it's a different game. He's been struggling a little bit, but boy, he is a tough cover because of the activity of Michigan.
He has been struggling. He had a 9-game stretch where it was 4-26 with Smotrich. It's a nice perimeter shot right there. Richardson, he'll put up a 3 and a nice tap in right there, finally getting to go through. Tyler Griffey. He started the first 14 games of the year, as we mentioned. Now he comes off the bench and used to the role and embracing.
If he plays well down the stretch, I mean, they've got a nice rotation up front. And just keep working. Nice hustle. Ooh, tough call. Wow, on Abrams.
That was a tough one. And tonight on 60 Minutes, Adele is headlining the Grammys, but you won't want to miss her on 60 Minutes before that. It's tonight, and it's only on CBS. Illinois led, and Bruce Weber's team on top, 7-2. Since that time, they've had 5 turnovers and 9 possessions, outscored 10-5. And Paul has been turning it over. Brandon Paul's had 3 turnovers already in the game.
And Leonard with those 2, really a different look on this offensive set by the Illini.
Here's Burke with 4.
They just low you with ball reversal, spacing. Here's Hardaway dive. This is where I think he's got to get. Nice read, Hardaway. More than just the distributor, as we saw earlier.
Smotrich with a good feed. You're right. They get that defense to move back and forth by their passing.
Exactly. Because you've got a space. You've got to be in the passing lane, see the ball and the man. All of those things that once you have to move a couple of times, you lose concentration.
Murphy sets a screen, then hits the long-range tray.
They had a play yesterday at the end of a shot clock. He threw one up, a Hail Mary, and oh my goodness, he does have some ability.
Smotrich again working on Griffey. He may be feeling it now. He gets that one to roll right in once again, and Smotrich has 7 off the bench.
Nice discard of Griffey.
You know, these kids who have been struggling shooting for Michigan, if they get hot, they're picking the right time of the season to get hot.
Getting a roll.
Remember last year, Michigan finished 8-3. Had a good seed in the Big Ten postseason. Made the NCAAs.
Well, they're such a tough cover. That's what makes them tough. Defensively, there's so many wrinkles that they run that you have to put tough shots.
Brandon Paul.
Well, he's that similar to the Ohio State jumper. Not the same area of the floor, but closely guarded.
Brandon Paul, the 3rd leading scorer in the Big Ten coming into today in conference play. He is now 2 of 2 on 3-point shooting.
Terrific denial by Griffey. Smotrich's got to move his guy a little bit, get set up.
The Illini began the season 10-0. I mean, they began just like a buzzsaw. Then they struggled a little bit, but they've had some nice wins. They beat Michigan State in Champaign. They beat in early January Ohio State. Both teams ranked in the top 10 at the time.
And we mentioned Gonzaga, the Zags, too. Oh, the Clemens loves the shot, but that dictates a roll to the rim. Come on, big guy. Get those puppies to the tin. Take the hit. International play. Step out and shoot the DP.
8.5 to play in the first half here on a snowy day in Ann Arbor. He is the big man of that great footwork.
I've always felt he's got talent and hadn't played of late. All of a sudden, stepping up at the right time of year for Bruce.
You can see the focus on both these teams. I mean, this is a vital game in the conference. And for Illinois, as we mentioned before, if they want to improve that postseason resume, this is huge. Taking on a ranked team on the road, the triple-teamed Smotrich going right into the teeth. Some suffocating D right there. Looked like maybe Griffey picked up the foul, and he did his first for Illinois. So here is Smotrich at the line for a Michigan team that has been alternating wins and losses in their last 9 games. They win one, they lose one. They win one, they lose one. And that's now a team looking for their 2nd consecutive win for the first time since early January. Smotrich at the stripe. Tomorrow, Dave's got Reese Witherspoon and NCIS star Michael Weatherly, plus a top 10 with SI swimsuit models, and Dave reveals the new cover. It's all new tomorrow, Dave, on CBS.
I know you'll tune into that one.
A girl's fight. I'll be asleep.
John Beilein was saying, though, that the one thing they haven't lost is the 2 in a row. I mean, you can sort of take the hit and find out what you've done wrong and step up the next game. That's pretty good.
Griffey, Smotrich goes on him. Paul, Novak the defense.
And Novak really can play so many positions well. Don't help.
Griffey.
Oh, they got away with it.
And Burke comes up with it. And then fearlessly flies the eye. Trey Burke slashing for 2.
And that's over a 6'8" guy.
Oh, what a push.
No goal.
And yep, will not count as Abrams on a fall out of bounds shot, and Hardaway will pick up his first. Michigan has made their last 4 consecutive shots. They lead by 3, and a freshman leading them.
How about the explosion here? What a decision. Switching hands. A little kiss for the little guy from Columbus.
And you take a look at some of our numbers here in Ann Arbor. A good one, an important game in the Big Ten Conference with Bill Raftery, Kevin Harlan. Some slumping shooters for the Wolverines now finding their stroke this afternoon.
Story of my life. I've been in a slump. Something to get out of. You know, Griffey's a guy, he averages 9 minutes a game, Kevin. And being ready when the coach calls on you, I think kids, they don't understand. You know, there's talent decisions made all year long. Smotrich's not really playing great or making shots. He knows how to play. Get a little confidence, hang tough. The work ethic is important, and it's great to see guys bounce out of it. Hardaway, another factor who had been struggling.
The John Beilein, who has watched this program not only build on the floor, but around the floor. The brand new Chrysler Center. It's got to be as nice a facility as any in college basketball.
Phenomenal. We got a little walkthrough yesterday, as you know, and steal, nice denial.
Douglas, Novak, Hardaway into Griffey. Oh, he's feeling it now.
He's out.
You're right. He is out of the bottom. Off to the races.
Playing with confidence.
6-0 run by Michigan. Here comes Illinois, 50% from the floor, 8 of 16. And 7 to play in the first half.
Griffey not on the floor a lot during the course of the year now. Has played really great down the stretch.
Myers Leonard on the bench with a couple fouls for the Illini and 4 easy points, and a foul called inside on Michigan on a drive by Brandon Paul. Watch this. Hardaway against Griffey. It's a good one, and he is their leading scorer still at over 14 points a game. The foul goes on Novak for the second time. Here is Brandon Paul. I love when you were talking about him before the game. The 43-point performance earlier this season against Ohio State, one of the best individual performances in the Big Ten.
As good as it gets, and you know, Aaron Craft was up on him on that corner jumper. You couldn't play better defense, but when good players get it going, get a feel, just like Hardaway is right now, and they don't think anybody can guard them.
Brandon Paul, the former Mr. High School basketball in Illinois. So it's Burke, Douglas out there along with Hardaway, Smotrich for the Illini, and Matt Vogich.
The big thing is keep Burke out of the lane. That's your job. Nice back.
Great pass by Smotrich.
Smotrich, and then the cut leaving the lingerie on the deck. How about the play of the big guy?
Love, great passing. This is the biggest lead for the Wolverines this afternoon.
So the one thing about Illinois, what a tough shot. That goes big rim. One thing about playing Michigan, Illinois pressures, you can back cut. Last play, an example.
The senior Douglas leaning his body inside, and here comes Brandon Paul. With the timeout here in Ann Arbor, 6 to play in the first. Wolverines on top by 6. Season and a huge win for the Wolverines.
Little exchange, nice give back.
Smotrich. He's got 12 and Bill 2 threes he's nailed from outside.
A simple dribble exchange, not covered properly. A little slide, Bill Laimbeer style to the wing. The Detroit area.
Piston great, 11-1 run right now for Michigan. Here's Abrams. Bertrand out there with him. Richardson, Griffey, Egwu, and they go inside, and Richardson picks it up and puts it in. He leads the team in three-point shooting, which we've seen right now. Richardson plays a lot of minutes for this team. About 96% of the available game time minutes go to him.
He and Paul have to, but the big fella Smotrich was just a simple dribble exchange, and just the slide at the end of it. Clever. You help Egwu with a little egg on the brow on that particular cover. And right here, just the ball screen earlier got the rotation. They tried to recapture their particular individual assignment, and not a great cover. A nice hide under the 10.
So here's Trey Burke. He was a former Ohio Mr. High School basketball, 4-time Big Ten freshman of the week. And let's look a little inside him at the 5'11" freshman from Columbus, Ohio.
Well, he may not be an artist, but he's a Monet as he gets into hits you in the midsection. Pull-up game, just a solid kid. He embraces the high five man. Hide and seek, ball screen, turn it and get to the rim.
Eight and 4 Big Ten record for the Wolverines. 18-7, the best start under fifth-year head coach John Beilein here in Ann Arbor. Under 5 to play in the first half. Illinois, 50% from the field.
Well, if they run their stuff, they've been able to get a decent look. This kid's tough in the lane.
Bertrand, yeah. Paul, the dive. Cut it. Great play. Hard foul. Trey Burke was steamrolled inside.
I like the call, though. A terrific hustle here into the lane and just sliding a little. Once you go airborne, going for the steal and did the right thing. Sold it pretty good, Burke. Sometimes you'll get that.
We talked before how they miss all the starters from a year ago. 5 of the top 7 scores from last year are gone. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores for the Illini and their coach, Bruce Weber. What is the personality of Illinois? What do you feel about this team and what they're like?
I think it's really got to be a power game, but Leonard doesn't stay on the floor. He gets those cheap fouls, so it becomes a perimeter game. I think when they run their motion, their back screens, and get a play like Griffey's given it, Egu's been good. You know, they've got a nice back cover, but nice denial.
But they got to be more consistent, Illinois. They got to find more consistent.
The road has really been the dilemma for them.
Yes, it has.
Struggle. That's why this one, I think, just for the intellect, is an important one.
Illinois 2 and 4 away from Champaign-Urbana in the conference, 1 and 4, and they've really struggled against ranked teams on the road. Have the Illini.
Bruce is a seasoned veteran now. Too easy. This guy gets in the lane. Monet? Did somebody say Monet?
You know, there's a little Tony Parker in this kid, how he gets in the lane and forces the issue.
Very well. He didn't speak French, but he's got the rest.
Yes. We were talking about Monet just a second ago. Griffey. Again, Leonard on the bench with 2 fouls, 4 early points, but saving right now, Bertrand.
I would power game with Griffey now because Burke's the assignment. Guys just don't step in there and beg for the ball. There he is at the rim. At least they'll get an offensive rebound.
Tried the screen roll, didn't work. Paul for 3.
There he is with the size rebound.
Good offensive rebound, you're right. Quickly doubled, back on top. Richardson takes it right to the rack with a shot. He's got 4.
The acceleration. Magnificent.
They are athletic, aren't they?
They are strong to the rim.
Illini coming in have lost 2 consecutive games. They've lost 5 of their last 6. They're reeling and needing a win in the worst way and approaching 3 to play in the first half.
Egu's on the string right here. He's going to be tough. This is when they go, help, Mom.
That's what the Rivers kid faced for Duke the other night.
Yeah, and he did. But with Zeller, you're right.
You know, sometimes a big guy, when he's out there in that mismatch on the switch, his hands, sometimes I don't know if he get those hands up there.
Well, you would love to guard these guys with this kind of speed as Burke gets to the rim. And then Richard said, step in there, Kevin. Your coach say, pick up the charge. To the rim. Strong delivery.
Games in college basketball. It has been an interesting season. As Bruce Weber will tell you, we've been so close over the last 3 years, and it's really taken its toll on me, the staff, the program. We've almost been there, but we've fallen short.
Well, it's exasperating, but I loved their practice yesterday. Great attitude. Kids were really into it. Incidentally, Northwestern, they're pretty good.
That Bill Carmody,
it's like they come to play, and they played small against Bruce, and they are one of those teams very difficult to contest. I mean, they just put you on the string a little bit. But this guy's a lifer. I mean, he's done a great job. A matter of maybe stepping up a little bit, coming down the stretch here, get themselves in the tournament. Who knows?
Well, remember, they were in the 05 Final Four, but they've not gotten beyond the second round in 4 appearances in the NCAA tournament. And talking about that Northwestern game, you know, Bruce said, you know, we lacked emotional zip. The look in the eye of my players was not the same. He said, that's why now the screws have been tightened here, and these games are also precious.
But you count on Leonard so much, and there's a lot of minutes in crucial games where he's in a situation where he has to take him out, and now it sort of changes the philosophy of the power game and getting to the free throw line. I think they want to check on a foul on the other end earlier. Either that or Jimmy's ordered the guy with the highest number made, so he's got the stroke.
Brandon Paul at the free throw line. He's 72%. So Hardaway, Vogridge, Smotrich has come off the bench and been terrific. Douglas and Trey Burke with it right now. Burke in this contest has put in 10. Smotrich off the bench with 12.
Same play. This time he screens in against.
How about this kid and what he's done today? Especially take a look at the last couple games.
How about the two of them? Smotrich there with a beautiful screen, pins his guy, and Hardaway, confident, soaring, able to drill that baby.
Just saw his dad sitting in the stands, watching here in the sold-out Chrysler Center in Ann Arbor. Closing to the play, it was.
See, they just can't.
Just like
earlier. Yeah. Richardson that time, we saw Paul do it earlier. It's a great idea to make sure the guys there are not covered.
Little tie-up right there. Coming up on the AT&T at the half, Greg Gumbel, Greg Anthony, my partner last week in South Bend, and Seth Davis will get you caught up on all the latest scores and highlights, plus Jim Nance will preview the AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am. That's all coming up next on the AT&T at the half from our CBS studios in New York.
I saw Tiger's in the hunt.
He is.
Yeah. Speaking of golf, Anthony can hit the ball too.
He can.
He's got plenty of spare time and plenty of cash. Right?
Had a good time with him last week. He likes that Connaughton kid from Notre Dame. He had all those threes. The freshman they've started. Mike Bray, by the way, at Notre Dame has done a sensational job. They won again yesterday.
The refs were talking. It was about
I know it. Jim Burr was doing that game last week.
It was with mirrors.
Trey Burke, yeah. They lost all those kids. Lost the player of the year in the Big East. Hansbrough, that's a nice vacuum in right there by Bertrand. He then fumbles it away, and it's a 2-on-1. Douglas and Burke.
Nice hustle. But Griffey's in the game. Immersed. Everybody stays at home. Oh, maybe just with a sloppy pass. Fritzy Bertrand got it.
Griffey into Vogridge.
Look at this kid play.
Igloo. Once. Twice.
Good hustle.
Douglas.
Numbers.
Oh, 4-on-2. The punt. A little too much. Burke picks it up. Bertrand the rebound.
Beautiful fast break opportunity.
Almost a little too fancy there, though, you know?
Good misuse of the bounce. Just relax a little, Illini. Don't be in a hurry. There's a 2-for-1 deal here for that.
Sure is.
Nobody's not a guy that can dump it down either.
Illinois has 5 assists and 9 turnovers, so very inefficient.
And they're using the bounce here solely.
Griffey for 3.
How about this kid? Isn't this great? Speaks to being prepared when your number's called.
He's got 10. Paul's got 10. 10 for Hardaway of Michigan. 12 by Smotrich off the bench. And a timeout taken by John Beilein of Michigan.
Motion, as you're used to seeing, part of their dilemma.
Points off turnovers. Easy points for the Michigan Wolverines this afternoon. 13-4 over the Illini. Final 6 seconds. Burke. Inside Smotrich.
Nice.
All kinds of orange jerseys inside. It was a torture chamber inside with the defense of the Illini. Michigan on top. 37-31. Now let's take you to our CBS studios in New York. And here is our great host, Greg Gumbel. Greg, take it away. John Beilein.
Yeah, up 6, right? And we didn't even play. We shot well. Did we play well? No. We did not play well. We did not play well. We threw the ball 5 times. We threw it to the paying customers. 5 times. There was nobody there. We just threw it into the stands. It's not that type of pressure out there, right? And we got to know the scout report. We just gave up a big 3 that we cannot give up in a game. Other than that, right, you are right where we want you to be. Up 6 at home, and everybody's playing very well individually as far as scoring the ball. Have that same confidence coming out here.
And cashing in on turnovers by the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Absolutely, and then you think of it, 2 outstanding performances as well. Smotrich was magnificent, and Griffey, and guess what? They're both starting.
That's right.
So the Illini now may be more power game because they can dump it down to the big guy.
Let's take a look at our Capital One first half statistics here in Ann Arbor. Any numbers catch your eye as you just take a quick glance?
I think you mentioned the points off the turnovers. That's sort of the bang-banger. Offensive rebound, the boys in the studio mentioned that as well. Big beginning, I think, for Illinois. Can they establish Leonard down low and be good with the basketball?
All right, here's Griffey on the floor. Bill talked about these guys starting the second half. Abrams, the freshman point, is in there. Leonard is in the contest. Richardson, Paul with the ball. There's Richardson. And that is the Illini 5 to begin the second half here in Ann Arbor.
Screen and slip and get him to the box.
Paul, Leonard.
Good shot, though.
And out of bounds. Good throw by Paul. Those are the stars for the Illini did in the first half.
Yeah, Brandon Paul, a guy that we are accustomed to making some big shots. Of course, not many minutes for Leonard with the 2 fouls.
Morgan is in. Douglas, Hardaway, Novak, and Burke are the 5 out there for the Wolverines to start the second half.
How about the scouting, though, the preparation, that little handoff on the passing downs. Unfortunately, a foul by the big guy, huh, Morgan?
3 on him. Leonard had a couple of quick ones, and you said right off the bat when he got his first, they should bring him out, and they did. Then they put him back in, then he got his second just as quickly.
Changes positions, right? Novak becomes the 4-man, right? The power forward. He's got Griffey. So you think of offensive rebounding and maybe a post-up on occasion. Use the bounce.
Away by Smotrich. Shot clock, plenty of time, 14 seconds.
Nice hands.
Quick hands, you're right by Smotrich. That's off of Illinois. Michigan's ball.
Boy, really not well prepared there individually. And you've got to understand the clock, the double. Occasionally you got to pick it up. Sometimes the defense out-hustles you, and you can see who's down and dirty, as usual. Novak.
Paul's got 5 turnovers. Hardaway for 3. And Leonard securing the ball with his 3rd rebound.
Nice use of the floor.
That's a 3.
Oh, that hurts.
You better believe it. There was a foul inside.
The shot was not up before. They got to talk about this, though. The ball did go in, but it was before the shot was released. It is the right call. I mean, you got the foul. You got to call the foul. But, oh, if you're sitting on the sideline, give it to me, Jimmy.
This is team second. Referee has ruled no basket.
And no complaints with the audience either. They didn't mind that no basket. Hardaway's the match with Griffey now.
Leonard. Griffey.
Make the move there.
He had the mismatch on Novak, and here comes Novak the other way.
I think he's everybody's favorite in this building, how hard he plays Novak, but he's all about team to his roommate and co-captain, Douglas, with the sprint out.
And Douglas with his first 2. Douglas was coming off the bench to begin the season, then they put him in as a starter, but it hurt their bench. Now today, Smotrich and Vogrich are helping that bench production, which they need. Griffey one-hands it off to Abrams. Rebound by Smotrich. Novak.
Got to be careful right now on these runouts.
Douglas a 3. Leonard another rebound.
That was a big one either way. Talk about catch and shoot.
How about that?
Leonard's on half court.
No, he can't
Goodness, you got to play. Count the numbers. Those quick jacks. Goodness.
Michigan comes in tied for 3rd in the Big Ten. Illinois is below 500 in Big Ten Conference play for the first time this season. So far, the Illini have struggled to shoot in their second half. Burke, Douglas, shot clock at 5. And this is over Richardson. Another rebound. This Leonard is all over the place. He's doing himself.
Doing a solid job. Give him some opportunities at this end now.
Reward the big man, right?
Gotta feed the big fella.
3 minutes gone here in the second half from Ann Arbor.
Pass to take him so Griffey can make this, but the defense took him so far from the bottom, he can step out.
Good shot.
What a game. He has established himself, maybe a guy to go to as they finish this year out.
Started the first 14. We mentioned that before. Put him back on the bench. He's got 13 now, as you just say. Leads the Illini in scoring. 10 from Paul for Illinois. And then we got 3 in double figures for the Illini, for the Michigan Wolverines. Here's a 3. That's put in by Novak from outside. He's got 6.
Nice job by Hardaway using the ball screen. They just help a little. That cushion gives Novak an opportunity to get the puppies organized.
That's off the foot with about 4 minutes gone here in the second half. And Survivor returns with an epic battle of the sexes, men versus women. 2 tribes living on the same beach. Survivor season premiere comes your way Wednesday only on CBS.
I got a question for you. If you throw the ball off my leg, is it a kick?
I don't believe it.
I know, that's what happened there.
Yeah, it was off his shin.
Yeah, he just threw it at him. Wasn't an extended leg.
Kind of depends on the angle of the official, I guess. Eddie going off the foot. Here is Richardson. Referee again impressive with his shot. A little 16-footer out there. Douglas the rebound.
So he's really offensive-minded. I like that. Very positive. Douglas great with the hands.
By Douglas. And he now has a quick 4 with them all coming in the second half. Not known as a scorer, but he has just given the Wolverines their biggest lead this afternoon of 10.
The bounce, either way, Hardaway and Novak gets them organized, drills it with a little nylon in. Douglas, 8th game as a starter, and what a different team they are. The bounce to ecstasy.
In the final round,
the audience choice ingredient,
Bud Light.
And here we go.
Looks like Chef Dubois is emulsifying the Bud Light into a foam. What's his competitor doing?
He appears to be having a really good time.
A Bud Light reduction for Dubois. And his opponent?
Also improvising nicely. Let's see that again.
Judges.
I like the use of the pressure cooker to tenderize the beef.
But also the use of the cell phone to order the pizza.
It's the sure sign of a good time. It's just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Sorry, Chef, we're gonna need more ingredient.
Hi, we're hosting a little birthday party.
Yeah. Am I invited?
Yeah, you can come by.
I flips for gang.
Possibly be a little bit of party-related noise.
Home in an empty pocket.
It is.
Where do we go here, huh? I would go deep.
10 to work on the shot clock after the timeout.
They like to run the ball screen and get the big guy inside.
Switch on deep.
And they got Douglas on him. Somehow they've got to shoot it.
Griffey, 3. Leonard, 6th rebound. And suffocating D inside, outside Richardson. His 3 won't go. And a great volleyball by Leonard. Griffey with a long 2. Look at the fighting inside for the ball and picked up. And out of the races now comes Novak. Ahead Smuckers. It may have been deflected, and it is off of Illinois. How about Griffey off the bench? Big-time score for the Fighting Illini.
Unbelievable performance this afternoon. Without him, they'd really be in deep trouble. A post-up turnaround jumper, a spread drill from deep. Defensively aggressive, rebounding. Here's the lob to Hardaway. One hands.
Griffey, by the way, just finishing up on him. The only Illini to score in the last 9 minutes. The rest of the team 0 of 7 for Illinois.
Paul with the sleight of hands on the far trip. They have not taken advantage of the mismatches. Novak inside now.
He called it the last time. You're right. He was up against Leonard.
They guard so big so well, though. Bring it down to him.
John Novak is out on Griffey.
Bring it down.
Smotrich is on Leonard.
Kept it alive.
Another offensive board. Here's Richardson for 2 and a long one at that. He's got 6 for Illinois.
Well, you got to say hello to number 12, guys. Get him involved. The Crush want him involved.
Burke and Douglas, Smotrich, Novak with the ball. Hardaway out there. Hardaway had a nice first half. With the drive, and the loss knocked away by Illinois in 18 seconds on the shot clock. Michigan ranked in the top 25 all season long.
Pretty good hands here. A lot of Illinois people thought that went off of Hardaway's legs.
In fact, Michigan, one of 5 teams in the conference ranked in the top 25. Hardaway pushing the throttle inside. He and Leonard playing a little twisted.
Good jump ball, possession error.
I was a little surprised at the call.
Same way, and a nice play by Hardaway to get back involved here. A good call by the refs.
Burke to inbound. Michigan 18-7, Illinois at 16-8. Illinois lost their last two.
Burke has been quiet this half. They did a good job. They haven't gotten him that lane entry. This is where he's tough.
Leonard did a nice job of quickly coming out there. I think forcing him.
Yeah, he couldn't take away the baseline. Oh, not a good look here. But the call.
What's he
going to do with it?
2-on-1, Douglas and Burke.
What a good decision.
Paul's got 6 turnovers and 3 assists.
He's too good.
He is.
A little bit off his game. Let's see if they Bruce with the timeout. Not happy with the way these guys are playing right now.
7 minutes gone in the second half from Ann Arbor.
Pry, move the ball around.
Vogrich will check in. Vogrich's dad was a one-time minor league baseball pitcher in the Tigers organization. Vogrich is from Lake Forest, Illinois. So he grew up watching Illini basketball.
The college country, right?
College, yep. Ooh. Little foul on the perimeter there by Burke. I meant by Smotrich. He picks up his second. So he picks up 2. 12 and a half to play here in the second half.
You hate those nickel divers with the big guys that far from the hoop.
Michigan looking for their first back-to-back wins in a month. For the last 9 games, they've won a game they've lost. They've alternated back and forth. Bertrand in room to fire, too. Good looking rebound in there by Trey Burke.
Good to get him started.
Douglas with the triple.
He got that one counted. He was fading back right on it. Give it to him.
Griffin.
Now go Clay. I like that, though.
Illinois, 2 of 13 shooting in the second half. And 3 turnovers on top of that 2 of 13 from the field.
This is where Michigan, they can really gnaw away at you. Good use of the floor. There's that turnout. I know back, step back, Jack.
Smotrich, look at gets it. Good offensive rebound. No, big time basket in a 12-point lead. The biggest for the Wolverines today.
Monster ticker that kid has. He's been looking up all through his career. He's got a bad neck when he graduates.
He has seen it all, too, since he has been here. Now a senior on this young team. Griffey using the glass. And reeled in. Oh, what a play inside by Bertrand. And count it.
Griffey.
Yes, sir. Griffey got that to go. 15 off the bench for the Illini. Here in Ann Arbor in a 10-point game on CBS. CBS by 5.
A little bit of a strain, I think, right now in Illinois. Trying to force it in the basket.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
I mean, they're trying to do it, and if they could just back off a little, relax. You know, this is a big game, no question. A road game. It's very influential in terms of the future when you're thinking of NCAA. But there were other games left, so just go out and play. And I love what I think Griffey has started to miss shots because he's tired. He had 36 minutes earlier against Richmond, but the last few games he has not been on the floor, averaging 9 minutes a game during the whole year.
So Griffey at the stripe for the Illini. That's going to roll on in. 9-point game. Griffey has 9 of Illinois' last 11 points. Over see Paul and Egu check back in for the Illini. There goes Leonard, and there goes Abram, the freshman point guard. Abrams. Leonard is still in. It was Griffey who went out.
Getting a little slow.
I saw him from the same
Good
side.
move. You saw the 2.
I know it. Leonard remains.
This is where they grind you. Slice cut, pin down like America's play.
They'll be picked up by Bertrand. Now they've got Morgan in once again for the Wolverines, who started foul trouble. A little floater right there, won't go. And here's Bertrand.
Great confidence late in the shot clock. That makes a tough team to play against.
Murphy, by the way, just going to the bench. A career-high 16 points for the Illini for the junior.
Leonard's got to get in.
So limited time in the first half with foul problems. Bertrand, 1-2, Douglas defending. Igloo tried to tap it. Illinois' ball.
Tough shot under duress. It's interesting that after games were over, how many shots, if you analyze, how many shots did I take where they weren't really strongly contested? You know, that's the difference. You know, the ball's moving, they get those open opportunities.
Recruiting today, Illinois has 3 of the next 5 on the road away from Champaign. So it is an uphill struggle, there's no doubt.
2-3 look now. Forces you to use a lot of clock. They're running the baseline and flashing.
And approaching the 10-minute mark here of the second half.
And Paul back in, see if he can do some damage.
Paul for 3 with Novak closing. Tipped. And the loose balls have basically been going to Illinois. They're picked up right there. As Illinois is now 3 of 18 in the second half. Novak.
Look at this kid.
Svogridge at 3. Huge.
Big time. It's all about deployment. Vogridge in the right spot. Novak knows it. Takes the D baseline. Terrific find.
Michigan on top by a 51-39 count. 12-point advantage for them. They go inside, and a double team on Leonard. Kicks it outside to Richardson.
Nice play again by Leonard.
You know, the offensive rebounding now 14-3. 14-3 in favor of Illinois in offensive rebound.
Well, able to take advantage, though, and ring the bell.
Richardson.
Continue to struggle. Not down the floor.
Good find, Morgan. Burke with the assist. Morgan puts in the 2. His first 2 of the game. And Burke has a couple of assists. And in fast break points, Michigan 15-0 in that category over Illinois this afternoon. Igloo into the double-teamed Leonard. Myers facing a couple of defenders inside.
Kevin, the bigs could not get down the floor for Illinois to cover on Morgan, and everybody else sort of stopped at the foul line, and the big guys were just contesting, trying to rebound. They can't get down quick enough. You got to help them out.
Hardaway picked up his 4th personal foul. Vogrich in. Douglas, Novak, Burks, Morgan, all in there. And Paul looking for Myers running. Look at the fight inside the tie-up.
And Vogrich, I don't know if he moved the arm at the end of that particular play. Right here, terrific effort. And he's Leonard's bad. Watch the arm at the end of that.
Scrappy.
Nobody got hurt. Good play. Good, clean, tough play, too.
They did that against Cody Zeller in the game against Indiana.
I think they're going to look just to be sure.
So while Illinois tries to form a postseason resume that will impress some folks for Coach Bruce Weber, the Michigan Wolverines looking at getting one of the best seeds in that Big Ten tournament and improve its potential for the NCAA tournament and a seeding there.
Michigan just a little bit to get balance. You know, the 1-3-1, 2-3 zone, now man. And a little nickel dimer on the wing here.
Little hand check. And it's on Trey Burke in tonight on the Grammy Awards. Don't miss a very special tribute to the life of the late Whitney Houston. The Grammys, that's tonight. And it's here on CBS. DJ Richardson at the line, the former Big Ten freshman of the year from Peoria. I remember when they recruited this kid, and they're just raving about the recruiting class. And he was at the very top of it.
A very talented guy. Just getting it coordinated has been the difficulty, I think, particularly on the road for this team. They went to get it in, went to take that jumper. By the way, this morning I was up nice and early, so a tribute to Whitney Houston on the early Sunday morning.
A lot of the shows has what a voice.
Oh, beautiful, angelic voice.
And she sang that Super Bowl, I think it was back in 1991 in Tampa. She sang
the national anthem?
Yeah, the national anthem. It was They'd just gone to war. In fact, I think that same year was 1991.
Yeah, they'll use his magic slip.
Mulligan got it. Pass came from Novak and picked up by Griffey. Just checks back in for the Illini.
Well, you pressure, they have a pressure release.
That's a three and a beauty put in outside by Brandon Paul. So Paul nails the three, 13, and his third triple in the game for the Illini. And 7:55 to play here in the second half from Ann Arbor. And a look at the numbers. Fast break points, which you don't see right there. 15-0 Michigan. Second chance points in favor of the Illini, who have had 11 more offensive rebounds. And so they've kept the ball alive. Thus, they've had 10 more shots. They've got more second chance points, yet they still trail by 9.
They're from the start. You know what's interesting? Their turnovers come at crucial times.
Yeah.
They average 14 a game. They're at 12 now, but it's when they get a little roll going. You've got to be strong defensively now if you're Illinois. You can't gamble because this is when the back cut, the pressure release of Michigan is so sound. These kids are seasoned. They read things. We saw Morgan miss that one at the rim. It's so vital. That's what they do to you. Churn you up.
Douglas will inbound. Novak is out there. Vogrich and Burke and Morgan. The Wolverine 5. Griffey now a little full court man-to-man.
Trying to keep Burke out of it with a little face guarding.
Richardson and Abrams. And they got Paul and Leonard. 5 out there for the Illini. Vogrich for 3.
Well, again, by Novak with the mouth, turns the heads. And Vogrich, another one of those that certainly can help coming down the stretch. Somebody off the bench that can light it up. Whew.
Michigan 7 of 14 shooting threes this afternoon. In the zone again. Way outside, shot by Paul. Won't go. Good looking rebound by the feisty Novak.
Well, you see what a proper adjective with that kid. Well, this pressure sometimes hurts.
Great ball. Morgan the rebound. That is a big play for the Wolverines.
That's almost like an assist for Burke. As he drives, the defenders, too many, come over. He attracts 3 and just clean it up on the other side. Captain Morgan. Did I say?
Yes,
He's not the captain. I'm sorry. Well, he cleaned it up anyhow.
I know he did. Swashbuckling his way inside. Oh, man, that was a good slip. Here we go. Richardson. Abrams. Leonard. Nice and finds Griffey. That was a good pass. Good cut, too, by Griffey.
Such a great target in there. His decisions generally are on the money.
How about the hands? Good catch, good
throw. It's a very coordinated play.
18 now for Griffey off the bench.
The hold on the dive by Abrams.
Well, the shooting for the Illini has been a little bit off in this second half.
Well, you know, you think of different things with shooting. Some of it is attributable to the defense. Some of it is shot selection. But a lot of these are very clean looks. And I think the strain sometimes where you're really trying to force it in the basket. And then the other idea is sometimes you can always get those deep chucks. Let the offense flow first.
Abrams picked up his 3rd personal foul for the Illini. And approaching 6 to play here in the second half. Abrams. Keeping it alive.
This is just say Steve Nash-like, right?
Yeah, right.
Dribble down and through. Don't go up against the bigs.
You know, you got a guard that can do that probing dribble and keep it going and keep every part moving. It just makes that offense never lose its rhythm.
Insanity.
Yeah. We knew his name would come up sometime. Nice little twister inside by Bertrand.
That's his game, I think. Very good around that rim in the lane.
But his first 2 for Bertrand, and he averages 7 points a game.
Deuce wants Abrams to really rag Burke. Tough assignment. Nice pass. Oh,
And so you mentioned the word strain a couple times with Illinois. You feel body language-wise?
They know that they haven't won on the road, that it's getting at the end of the year where every game counts. And I don't know, it's not just a relaxing December kind of attitude.
It's a good point.
Just go across the lane and beg for it.
Well, gets it into Paul in plenty of time. Chiseling his way on Douglas.
Hung with it, didn't he?
Yep.
Gave him a little refresher on the bench. We mentioned a couple of turnovers. Bruce gave him a rest, and you got to go. You know how talented this guy is. Really good use of the footwork. Locked that pivot foot down there, and Douglas pretty solid defensively. Really didn't give up on it.
So Illinois with the last stand, they've got a 6-0 run going right now, 5:05, plenty of time. We told you this earlier on, Michigan undefeated at home this season, 13-0, 14 straight wins going back to last season. We know about Kentucky's long winning streak. We know Ohio State lost their 39-game consecutive win streak last night as Michigan State got them. Timeout taken by Douglas. Home court, valuable property in college basketball. 4:54 to go here in Ann Arbor.
Watch Burke. Double screen.
He's 5 of 14 today. He has not hit a three. 0 of 4 is Trey Burke in three-point shoot.
Richardson lined up with him now. He's dangerous to pressure.
Burke. Richardson screened by Morgan. Squeezes inside to Morgan.
Good give, though. That's a good foul.
Yep.
Not much you can do, but that's Burke's danger. Little hesitation and control, but the ability to knock down shots. The Wolverine, they collapse you and kick out from the early get-go. You name them. A lot of guys lighting it up. On fire. Dribble, drive, kick, hit the post, kick. Ball screen kick. Oh, it is tough to defend.
Here's Jordan Morgan at the free throw line. Last 6 games, he's been averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds. Very important guy today. 0-2 from the line. Leonard picked up his 3rd personal foul. There goes Bertrand. So they got Griffey and Paul and Abrams along with Richardson and Myers. Leonard, the Illini 5. Novak is out there. Morgan, Vogrich, Burke, Douglas, the Wolverine 5. Good hustle. How about that?
Novak, the anticipation, the speed won, not size.
Michigan shooting 50%. Illinois 38% for the game.
It's 2 getbacks now by hustle for Michigan the last couple of trips.
Morgan the screen. Burke probing.
Hesitation.
Yes.
He shakes you, bakes you. Oh, and then sets the table. Woo, not bad by the run.
3 threes today. And Ken Griffey, he's good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm just throwing that.
Not a bad.
Spring training is pretty good.
He's a pretty good football player.
Pitchers and catchers coming soon to a warm spot near you. Burke driving and deflected. 22 seconds on the shot clock. AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am final round coverage is teed up and ready to go once we finish this one in snowy Ann Arbor. One of our kids in the truck, he just came from Pebble Beach, so he went from California here to Michigan, where they had one of their first snowfalls. And then he kind of consequence last night. Burke with the drive, picked up by Myers Leonard. 11 rebounds for Leonard. Well, there's still time. 7-point game and over 3 to play.
Now he's got his guy.
Here he goes.
Not a good pass, though. I think you got to go to the wing on that.
Hardaway, Burke, Hardaway.
How about that for teamwork? All because of an errant post pass. Again, he was there for a second. You delay, it's not there. Go to the wing and dump it down. Let him step to the box.
Guards will tell you that is a very hard pass, that lob pass inside.
Straight line.
Yes.
Very, very difficult.
Abrams.
Little trip by Morgan. Just here, the inability to get the post pass. That's got to come to the wing. And just unselfish play at the end here. Little get back. That's good for Hardaway, too. He's got that scorer's mentality. Just builds his confidence.
Abrams at the line. They really like the tone he sets, the toughness he brings. Coaches have challenged him to become more of a leader, even as a freshman. And he got that mentality, they say, from playing basketball on Chicago's South Side.
That will help.
Yeah, as Abrams will tell you, you've got to be strong to play there. But Tracy,
almost Griffey gets the foul. He tried to double up. Got a little piece of the wrist.
Griffey picks up his third.
A piece to resist. He's been alert, though, hasn't he?
He has.
They're going to get a little blow. Does he need some defense, maybe? Some matchups?
He's played a lot of minutes. 7 of 14 for Griffey. 3 threes, 5 rebounds, 18 points. Leonard with 11 rebounds and 4 points. This is coming in the early part of the game.
Kevin, this is the time now when you extend the defense and they pull the string.
Hardaway. Ooh, and down hard. Leonard is right there.
Wow. Nice effort with the help, but if you can't keep guys like this out of the lane, listen to this.
We felt the thump over here.
Well, that's a foul. That's a good basketball.
That's a Big Ten foul right there. You're exactly right. That's a trip now to the free throw line for Hardaway. His first free throw this afternoon. They're going to replace this floor after this season. It's been here since the 60s. And they're going to cut it up, and they're going to give a piece of the floor to every player who's ever played Michigan basketball. Whew.
Nice little touch.
Still alive, yeah. It's been here a long time. They resurface it every year, but they're going to put a brand new floor in it to go along with the brand new building right next to the big house, which looks great. A lot like Lambeau Field in Green Bay, as a matter of fact. And same brick facade. Great history. Approaching 2 to play. Eagles finding Leonard. Held by Novak.
How about the switch to his left hand? Novak knows it's going to be a dunk. Good giveaway. I like the footwork, the begging ability. He knows how to hold people off. So he's got Novak in abeyance there. And just switches hands. There's a lot in there. A lot. And it's going to certainly, and this sounds strange, I think 3-4 years, he is going to be something special in it.
If nothing else, his footwork at this age, for that size, is to me just very impressive.
The way he runs the floor, it's amazing.
Well, you said he looks and runs like a little guy.
Yeah, he's got a great feel for the game, too. It's just a matter of guys learning how to play with a big guy. That's part of the deal. Because him maturing, too. As you get older, you understand he plays against bigger, tougher people.
Michigan with 3 timeouts, Illinois with 2. And just under 2 to play.
A lot of games he's got to come up and play like this to help out because of the size differential.
But they can kind of have him on a rubber band going top to bottom in terms of defense. Yep, sure was. Tom Michigan. Yep.
Bad play, though. If you don't get there early enough, don't get there. You miss the bus, let it go.
Smotrich picks up his 3rd for the Wolverines.
He has played great, too. And right here, just keeps moving a little bit. Unnecessary, too. Gives them an opportunity.
Illinois nothing from the field in the last 3.5 minutes of the game.
Big key now is offensive rebounding with the 2 bigs on the floor.
Griffey, Richardson for 3. Kaboom!
And that's that turnover at the other end. That cost them. Give them some hope. Gets them back in this game, Kevin. We're going to have a pretty good one maybe coming down the stretch.
Illinois took that timeout, so they're down to 1. Michigan with 3. Michigan 18-7 coming in, 8-4 in the Big Ten, and still with a lot of Big Ten basketball yet to be played. And the way the landscape of the conference is fairly equal right now, Michigan is very much in this race, especially with Ohio State losing last night to Michigan State, who has split their series 1-1 with the Wolverines, winning in East Lansing and the Wolverines winning here in Ann Arbor.
The pundits, of which you are one of them, a lot of them think maybe 8. Some people I've heard said 9 coming out of this conference. Wow. I mean, everybody feels with consistency this may be the strongest conference.
And the Big 12 is going to be very close, too. They got 5 in the top 25 as well. Although Baylor, I'm not so certain about what Baylor is now. But Missouri is certainly really strong. Kansas is exceptionally strong as always.
We had Texas up before. They got to do some work going down the road, right?
Yep. Missouri and Kansas, by the way, will play later this month on CBS.
There's the 1-2. They put big on the ball, really take away the vision, and then face guard. Nice slip by Novak.
Hager was defending the inbound. Novak takes it inside, and there is a foul. Abrams will pick it up. That's number 4, and here is what is left for the Wolverines.
There's a little work to do when you think of it, huh? They're going up to Illinois there, 1st of March.
Yep.
Because Purdue, you know, Matt's guys play so hard because Ohio State.
This place will be rocking next weekend. But they got a whole week off. They won't play now. Today is their last game until that Ohio State game.
It doesn't change their size and length, though.
Yeah.
The week of Ohio State's.
I wonder if the coach likes that, though. Wouldn't you rather just keep it the routine, have a midweek
I think
game?
I like a Wednesday game.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You know, watching Novak, he's one of those guys, if you're playing at lunchtime, you pick him. He just knows how to play.
Just think what this kid has been through. I mean, he was here when there was about half the crowd we have today. Michigan basketball wasn't even on the meter. So in his 4 years, he's been a 3-time captain. He's been a kid who has seen the growth of the program, and John Beilein, of course, has been his coach all 4 years here, and he appreciates his role in building it to where it is now, where it's going to go.
He's the foundation.
Yep, 10 points and 8 rebounds for him today.
Along with Douglas, too.
Yep.
Pretty good denial. How about the check out there? When we think about Hardaway just on offense, you've got to play both ends for John Beilein.
Paul with the foul. Well, now Illinois, if they go on to lose today, will be 16-9 and 5-7 in the conference with some significant opposition ahead.
I'll say, some tough games. There's struggles on the road. Been chronicled here. Not easy. Of course, Michigan back up there. Wisconsin at the end of the year. Bo Ryan just does it consistently, doesn't he?
Yeah, all the time. Nebraska beat Indiana at Lincoln, so there, you know, as an example of just how this conference is top to bottom. I was enjoying reading some of the comments of John Beilein and about the stretch run. He said it's not about that stretch that we've got ahead of us. It's about learning from that stretch and getting better in these remaining weeks as we prepare for postseason play.
Because they took us through the building yesterday in the video. They tape everybody. Because come March, you know,
they take you even walking into the building. And they don't go that. I was critiquing your walk.
They don't go that far back.
Timeout. There have been multiple captainships with this ball club and have been a part of this rebuilding. And John will tell you how important they've been with the leadership they've provided the players he's brought in here.
The heart and
bought into what he's tried to preach.
The heart and soul of those two, and then stirring it is Burke. Quick timeout.
Beautiful three. Rainbows in. Laces one. He's got 4 threes, and he's got 19 points and a timeout. Pro-Am with final round coverage. Tiger Woods and Mickelson paired up today. Illinois out of timeouts. Wolverines with 2. Under a minute to play, and Michigan on top. 66-58. Their big lead is bulged as big as 14 this afternoon.
Once again, big on the ball, face guarding. Last time Hardaway slipped to the half-court area.
Douglas bobbing up and down and knocked away by Paul.
Where the ideal would get 5, you know, clock movement.
That's right.
Now you're locked in spot. I love when the refs tell the kids too, you can't move, as Jimmy Burgess told Douglas.
Jim Burr, 16 foul steals.
Can't run the baseline, that is.
Douglas knocked away again. Quick hands once again by Paul.
Tough angle now.
Yep.
Tougher, I should say.
Illinois coming in had lost their last 6 road games against ranked opponents. Michigan is ranked at 22 coming into this afternoon.
All the perimeter guys on Michigan make free throws at a high percentage, 70s and 80s.
Eagle right in front. And Smotrich.
And he can make free throws,
yes,
too.
He can.
Yep, 74.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Illinois foul on number 32.
So Michigan free throw shooting
That's his first team night.
has seen Morgan go 0 of 3 from the line, but the rest of the team 13 of 13. So they've shot well, and we've got Smotrich at the line. Now we got Myers Leonard, Tyler Griffey coming back in for the Illini.
You know, if Michigan wins, this is one of those talks that I'm sure John will say to Smotrich and Hardaway. Do you know how important you two are to this team? Yeah. We got a lot of guys that crucial, but really consistent. If we can get that from you two, we are an entirely different basketball team.
The toughest thing for a coach has got to be, you know, getting that team mentally right, physically straight, peaking at the right time, which is such a nebulous thing anyway. I mean, I don't know how you do it.
No, they'd bother it if everybody knew it.
But it looks like if Hardaway is breaking out of his slump shooting, and same with Smotrich, that's a good sign for Michigan. Here's Paul pushed around like a pinball inside. As he was bouncing off one body after another, hurt his hand on the play, and out of bounds it goes.
They got the foul. Nice attack, though.
Smotrich.
Yeah. Nice attack, though.
Forcing the issue. Here's the leaderboard, by the way, from AT&T Pebble Beach.
How about that, huh?
That's going to be fun to watch. Where are you off to tomorrow night? Where are you going to be, Stacy?
I'm going to leave it.
Back in the game now for
Syracuse and Louisville. Good game.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Good game.
This time of year, some great things happen.
That is. It's a terrific time of the year.
Make it and get ready on this press. That's what you want. One more sub, probably take one of the bigs out.
Bertrand will come in. And there goes Griffey. So we're going a little cat and mouse here. Looks like the next 41 seconds.
Screening properly and standing still. Key. They go deep.
Hardaway Jr. Novak. And lunging in there was Richardson. DJ will pick up another foul. Number 2.
But there's a toughness about a couple of these Michigan kids, you know? It's they play pretty. With the way they move the ball, step back, and turnouts on the wings, and slips. But, boy, tough-minded as well.
Novak at the line. Griffey sent the check back in for Illinois along with Myers Leonard. I've always admired kids that come off the bench and are able to, you know, just jump right into the fray. But it takes a special mentality to embrace that role, doesn't it?
Being ready, no question about it. Because John Havlicek comes to mind in the old days. Frank Ramsey.
Well, they can have, if they're out there at the very end, I guess it don't matter if they start or not, as long as they're out there when it really matters.
It's minutes, you know. It's like take advantage. You get the opportunity. Nice to have guys that can stroke it like honey.
So you talk to your bench players, you just tell them, you know, keep your mind in it and stay warm and loose as you can. But it gives them a chance to kind of study the parameters and see where the game is going.
I think most coaches say, be ready.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anything. Be ready.
That's your role. Live with it, right?
Nothing I can do. Don't have your mother call.
Douglas picked up the foul. That's his second.
And you don't want to stop the clock either.
You know, there was a big win for both Douglas and Novak, a couple kids from the state of Indiana. Novak from Chesterton, Indiana, and Douglas from the state as well, and they won at Purdue earlier this year, and they had not won at Purdue until that victory just a couple weeks ago. And it kind of gave them, you know, they were not heavily recruited by Purdue. And it gave them a nice taste in their mouth as they leave here in their last year of Big Ten basketball.
It's not a get-even attitude. It's just
you know,
principle of the thing.
Competition.
Zach was telling me that he would go up to Gary a little bit to get games.
Really?
Yeah, you know, kids go search the best player.
They get toughened up a little bit as Griffey checks out and Bertrand is back in. Moves again with the defense by Ogru, and they get down to Hardaway, and then from behind Bertrand. They get him 25 seconds to play.
Illinois foul line number 2, Joseph Bertrand. That's his third.
John Beilein, who was at West Virginia and built a real nice program there. And I think it probably surprised some people when he left 5 years ago to come here. Not that this wasn't a great program. It was a sleeping giant after some down years, but he really had things rolling at West Virginia.
He had pit-snoggled everybody down there. As you remember, that's his son Patrick, amongst others. But, you know, the Big Ten and the Allure program with this, and you had mentioned looking at the football memorabilia in the hallway. So that's a place to turn it.
Number 52, Jordan Morgan, replacing Kevin Smotrich.
Here goes Smotrich. Morgan is back in the game. Jordan is a sophomore from Detroit for the Wolverines. And here comes Richardson off floater. A good cut by Douglas, and that should do. Mobile Hardaway rolling around, and the Michigan Wolverines will win their second consecutive game for the first time since January 11th. Undefeated at home, going 14-0, while the Illini have now lost 3 straight, 6 of 7, and that resume not showing a whole lot to a committee for some placement in the postseason. For Bill Raftery, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Up next, live, the final round of the AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am. You're watching CBS Sports on our road to